Hello students, this is Rupali Bangale, Assistant Professor IICMR MCA Department, Nigadi, Pune.
Today we are going to discuss about the super keyword. Super is the keyword which is being used to invoke the super class, the parent class constructor. You can use the super keyword in order to call the parent class members. It could be of variables or it could be the method. So basically super keyword helps to invoke the content of parent class within the child class. So let's have an example. In this example, we are having a room as a parent class and room 1 as a child class, which is extending room class. Now, both the classes are having their constructor rather than parameterized constructor. In order to invoke their parameterized constructor, we have created the object of the child class, that is room 1, and we are passing three variables to the room 1 constructor. But in room 1 constructor, only the height parameter is required. But what about the previous two? So these two variables are being passed to the super class constructor. So this super, you can find out the bold text where you are having super x1. So the values of x and y have been transferred to the super class parent class constructor. Now my length will have the 14, my breadth will have the 12 as a value, and my height will have the 10 as a value. And of course the area and volume are the methods which are available in the room and room 1 class respectively. But as we have seen, room 1 is extending the room class. Here, room 1 is also having the area method. Room 1 is also having the volume method. So you can call this area and volume method with the help of your child class. Now, this is how the first use of your super keyword. Here, you can specifically call the parent class constructor using the super keyword because we know we cannot call the constructor by its own name. So how to pass the parameter to the parameterized constructor? So this is how you can call. So super keyword can be used to call the parent class constructor. This is the first use. Second use, you can call this super keyword in order to invoke the content or variable, or you can have the method invoked from the superclass. So like here I is the class A variable and class B is extending the class A. Here class B is also have the I, but I here this I belongs to B, but I belongs to A also. Now, whenever you want to differentiate between these two I's, this I belongs to B, but this I belongs to A. Now, my B will be having two I's. I from A class, I from B class. In order to differentiate between these two, you can specify super keyword in order to invoke the parent class I. So this is what the second use of the super keyword. With the help of super keyword, you can invoke the variable of the parent class. Similarly, now can you see the example where you are having the class A, B is extending A, C is extending B. You can we have can we say this is nothing but the multi-level inheritance? A is being extended by B, B is being extended by C, and now we are having the fourth class call where we are calling the object of C. Whenever you are creating the object of C, specifically C's constructor can be invoked. So I should get the inside C constructor as the output, but no. Eventually, you will be called the super keyword, super constructor of the parent class. Now, who is the parent of C? So, immediate parent is B. So, it will call the parent class constructor rather than noarg constructor. So, I'm having this noarg constructor, default constructor. So, there this noarg constructor will be invoked automatically before I can execute the child class constructor. So now B will be checked whether it is being extended, whether it is extending another class. Yes, B is also extending A. So here we can assume like anyhow the A class nor constructor will be invoked. So your cursor will be transferred to the A's constructor. Thus, though we have not yet created the object of A, we have not called the parameterized or nor constructor of this A, your JVM will search for the superclass constructor first and then it will execute the child class constructor. So the output you will be having first of all parent class constructor, then child class constructor. So accordingly, output will be in the sequence inside A constructor, inside B constructor, inside C constructor. So this is how we can say the sequence of executing the constructors whenever you are having multi-level inheritance. First of all, we need to check whether we are having some default constructor or the no-R constructor within the class defined. Then your hierarchy will be like super class constructor, then your child class constructor will be executed. So eventually your JVM will insert here super call automatically and then it will jump to the super class constructor, that is nothing but your parent class constructor. That is what your use of your super class. Now can you concentrate on the last line, that is what if super is not used, still your JVM will call the default or parameterless nor constructor, we can call it as constructor of each superclass is executed by whom? By JVM, of course. So that is how your super keyword can be used in order to invoke parent class variables, parent class methods, or you can call the parent class constructor, parameterized constructor. But if at all you are not at all mentioning any superclass constructor call, still JVM will have its own superclass constructor call automatically. That's all for super keyword. Stay tuned for the further videos. Thank you.